even know where to start with this video, man. But welcome back to KHTV. Shout out to KDG. I know he live right now, and I wanted to hear what he was gonna have to say about this L that we took from the Los Angeles Chargers. But I'll take a look at his video later on tonight. See what his thoughts and opinions were about the game. I can't even really be mad at this game. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, we didn't come ready to play today. I guess, man. Of course, there was a news report during the game where one of the on-field reporters or sideline reporters stated that the Packers flight got in late, getting into LA. So I don't know if they got in Saturday night. We were supposed to be there Saturday in the morning. I don't know if they got in Saturday afternoon, evening. He said that they came. I don't know. This team looks sluggish out there to me. Of course, like I said, the defense just cannot stop the run, giving up too many third downs. The defense looks slow. Jair Alexander got burned again deep on a deep play. I don't know why y'all keep believing. Hey, I'm not even gonna start with Jair. Uh, it's a team effort. The team didn't put enough effort to win this game. Didn't see a sense of urgency with the offense. Started off the game, you know what I'm saying? Beating ourselves. Too many penalties. I mean, Bakhtiari penalty, Balaga holding, too many offside, too many false starts. Just shooting ourselves in the foot early in the game. Defense was doing their job to try to hold this offense from scoring. Our offense couldn't click at all, and that might be, that might be, that might have been the issue trying to fit a Devontae Adams game plan within this system. You know, having Devontae Adams back took away from the running game. We wasn't running the ball effectively. The line wasn't blocking like it was supposed to. Joey Bosa just straight punked Brian Bulaga and the whole offensive line, man. No matter where he lined up at, man, he was just pushing guys back into Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers didn't make a lot of clean throws. Really wasn't trying to get out the pocket like he usually does. We didn't let Phillip Rivers throw a touchdown pass. We just let this team just run the ball down our throats, man. And so far, that has still been our Achilles heel with this team. Just can't stop the run. Can't stop the run at all. This team just doesn't believe in run defense. Now we have to start questioning Goot if he should have went after a defensive lineman during the trade deadline like I thought he would do. Now I sound like I'm begging for players. This defensive line is not where it needs to be. Let's just say that. Guys are not filling their gaps right. This three-man rush, I'm just sick of it, man. Just Mike Pettin, I'm just sick of the three-man rush. Just sick of it. I mean, we got all of these dudes supposedly playing against the pass, and we can't stop passes from going over the middle of the field. Can't stop teams on third downs. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Here we are. What's this, week 9? Yeah, here we are, week 9, and still can't fix stopping the damn run. Phillip Rivers didn't have to do anything spectacular with the passing game. We had Melvin Gordon hurdling over people. They even when we stopped them in the goal, even when we stopped them in the red zone, forced them to kick a field goal, we get an offsides penalty. They say, give us the yards. We'll replay the down. We'll score. Embarrassing, man. Especially to the SoCal Packers that went to that expensive ass football game, who paid $400, $500 a ticket to see this team play like this. I don't know what it is about us coming to the West Coast playing in LA. Whenever we play in LA, it just don't go good. Doesn't go good at all. Lost to the Rams last year in LA. Lost this year to the Los Angeles Chargers in LA. 2 years back to back with L's in LA. Mm-mm-mm. Um, Hopefully this team learns from this. I'm not gonna put any onus of this loss on Matt LaFleur. This was just the team just not playing 100%. Just looked like they wasn't playing 100%. It kind of looked like they was giving the it's like we let the Chargers win. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, not from a defensive standpoint. I mean, we was holding them to field goals. It's just the offense just didn't come out there ready to play. And just seeing this offense perform like this, hmm, hmm. I wouldn't be shocked if we seen another game like this from Green Bay later on in the season. Um, we got to play against the Carolina Panthers next week at home. We got to deal with Christian McCaffrey, who had an amazing game today against what team did they play? I forget what team they played, but he had a hell of a game today. 3 touchdowns. Of course, he's going to be a handful to deal with when he comes to Green Bay. I don't think this team will stop him defensively. I mean, you know what? It'd be one of those rare games where we probably hold Christian McCaffrey to like 76 rushing yards and maybe a rushing touchdown, but we'll win the game. And then we'll be questioning the Green Bay Packers. Where was this last week when we played against the Chargers? Even though, playing games on the road. This is our first road loss, by the way. Even though playing on the road is difficult to do, I wasn't expecting this kind of performance, man. I just wasn't expecting this kind of performance to get beat by 15 points. Wasn't expecting this, man, at all. This offense, man. Maybe Davante Adams should have sat out another week, because him coming back into the offense, it just looks like, he was begging for the ball. The plays that he was out there on, knowing that they were limited, you could kind of see Aaron Rodgers was trying to get him engaged into the game. Just stick to the game plan and let the game come to Davante. We didn't necessarily have to, try to focus the offense, on him when he got in on certain plays. But just this offensive line was just getting beat, man. Was just getting beat. How many sacks is it now? 10 sacks in the last 2 games. This offensive line is not holding up their end of the bargain, man, protecting Aaron Rodgers. 10 sacks in the last 2 games. That's a lot. That is a lot. So we might as well head back home to Lambeau, regroup, refocus, try to get some sense of urgency put into this team. The delay of games, that's one thing I don't like that the Packers do. Wait until the last minute to snap the fucking ball. Just come on, man. And then, of course, the Seattle Seahawks find a way to win. Of course, they were at home in Seattle, so there was somewhat of an advantage. But enough about that game. We are 7-2 on the year, still leading the division. The whole NFC North lost this week. The Bears had an embarrassing loss against the Eagles. The Raiders beat the Lions. The Vikings lost to the Kansas City Chiefs on the road. And we lost to the Chargers on the road. it was looking kind of scary at first. I mean, you might as well say they blew us out. You might as well put a donut in the score column for us because they gave us a garbage time touchdown. Um, just lack of effort. You could just see this team very sluggish out there on the field, not really going 100%. The speed wasn't there. Once again, the tackling, man, the tackling is just falling off completely with this defense. All of this trying to strip the ball, and y'all still letting Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler just pick up yards. Like, just, oh, I wish this team would just tackle, man. Um, I hope this is an eye opener for Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur and Mike Pettin to go get more pieces on defense. This defense is still incomplete to me. Um, we're not strong enough on the defensive line from what I'm seeing. We still need a middle linebacker to cover the middle of the field. Lord, 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 Lord. Plus, Wizenhunt got fired from the Chargers, so they had a new offensive coordinator that was calling plays, and hey, ran into a buzzsaw, man. I mean, Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram, they was just lining up on the same side, just beating Billy and beating Bakhtiari and beating Balaga, just beating them, just beating the whole offensive line. Offensive line couldn't stop two dudes rushing the edge. Just the blocking was atrocious, terrible these last two games. Offensive line couldn't block anybody. We also had a punt blocked. Like, this was, I don't know what team I was looking at out here, man. I don't know if this was uh, uh this wasn't the Green Bay Packers out there today. From what I've seen in this game, this wasn't the Green Bay Packers. So with that being said, with I don't even know what to call this loss. I don't know whether to call it terrible or embarrassing or just, one of them days. I'm gonna call it one of them days, man. Just one of them days where things just don't go right like we wanted it to go. The Chargers now get a chance to jump back up into playoff contention within a division. Um, I think they are a game behind the Raiders and about 2 games behind the Chiefs. Um, I wish we would have won this game, man. That way we could have had more of an advantage of a lead in our division. But, everybody in the NFC North took a L today. It's weird to me. It seems like that happens every year with this division. Everybody will lose on a particular week. Like, all right, it's time for the NFC North to lose this week. Like, I don't get it, man. I just don't understand it. Um, I was expecting the Bears to lose. I thought I thought it would be a fighting game against the Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs, which it was. It was back and forth. I kind of figured the Raiders game would kind of be a shootout like it was. And the Green Bay Packers, man, basically either we was going to come out there and win or we was going to come out there and play like we played today, which wasn't great. And with Russell Wilson throwing 5 touchdowns today against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in an overtime game at home, that probably gives him more of an edge to, win the MVP this year over Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers didn't throw an interception. He threw for about 160 something yards and a touchdown, which ain't great at all. The run game wasn't effective enough. This defense. Defense started okay at the beginning of the season, and now that we at the halfway mark, you could see the defense kind of losing a little bit of its steam. I wish we could do something so simple and just not let teams just run the ball down our throat, man. Teams just be running the ball down our throat every game. Teams that shouldn't even be doing that. This run defense, I don't know, man. This run defense is just horrible, man. Horrible. It's worse than when Mike McCarthy was coaching. Or not Mike, when Don Capers was coaching. This run defense is just god awful, man. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. We let Eckler go for 80 yards on us. We let Melvin Gordon run for 70 yards on us and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, I think. Like, I feel sorry for the people who paid to go to this game, especially Packer fans. It was more Packer fans at this ball game than it was Charger fans. It was supposed to be a home game. Wow. Wow. This is the second loss on the season. We have to regroup. Find our mojo once again. Snap out of reality, snap out of the dream world and get back into reality. Hopefully this loss can conjure up some effort in this team, just like it did when we lost to the Eagles earlier on the season. So hopefully we could bounce back next week into the winner column against the Panthers, and then we'll go from there. But as of this game, yeah, this was a slap in the face, man. We got punched in the gut, man. We got punked. We got slapped around. I hope this left a bad taste in each and every one of those defensive players' mouths. You know, the sack celebration kings of Darius Smith. You know what I mean? Hopefully you can be a leader, buddy. Hopefully you can go in there and lead this team to how you had them at the beginning of the season. Because this was just god awful from defense. Again, just couldn't get off the field. Couldn't get off the field. Just wearing us down. Run. Convert on third down. Runs. Convert on third down. Just, I don't know what the hell Mike Pettin was calling out there, man. It wasn't good defensive play calling this week. It's just terrible, man. Terrible. And then the offense couldn't get nothing clicking because Davante Adams is in the scheme. Somebody got to come off the field. We got to bring somebody off the field to fit Davante Adams in. Did MVS even catch a pass? Did he even have, how many targets did he have today? It just seemed like Aaron Rodgers was trying to, get Davante Adams going through the run game that wasn't working. The screens wasn't executed right. The offensive line just looked completely sloppy. Just sloppy. All of the penalties. We had 5 penalties for 45 yards in the first quarter. Defense looked like they just took a step back. Like, yeah, we're going to go half speed today. Like I said, the sideline reporter said that the team got in late. Matt LaFleur was kind of mad because the team got into LA late, and he kind of figured that the guys would be tired going into this game, and it looked like they were tired going into this game. They looked sluggish. They didn't look ready. They didn't look like they had enough rest. They came in tired. 7-2, moving on. All we could do is just wash our hands with this L. We sucked crow's dick this week, so we got to go ahead and choke on the chode and be losers for week 9, because that was a piss poor performance by the Green Bay Packers in front of the SoCal Packer family that was out there supporting this team, coming out there deep, with the green and gold on, trying to get his team some spark. But all you seen on TV during the game was just a bunch of pissed off Packer fans. Like, thank God I didn't pay $500 to go to this fucking game. This your man King Howie. Remember to like, subscribe. Shout out to KDG, Realest Cheesehead, and all of the pack addicts, man. I know this is gonna be a tough a tough loss to accept, but there's always next week. We have to bounce back against the Carolina Panthers in a major way, and I have some rookie quarterback coming to Lambeau throwing for 300 yards on this trash ass, sorry ass, none tackling, none run stopping, full of shit defense. I'm out.